Sakamoto Days had the chance to do the funniest thing and they blew it, now that I have your attention. For real though, like, they introduced probably my favorite character yet, which naturally I normally would dislike a character like Mashimo like so much, but there's something about this dude and his bird pal that I just enjoyed. And they made him so ridiculously dumb to just the obvious and like lacking common sense that when I saw this man like 3 or 4 times disregard the fact that this is in fact Sakamoto. This is the fat bastard who isn't actually fat, but actually, this is the man. This is the guy you were trying to get a kill on for a bounty so you wouldn't be poor shit anymore and to prove something that you're actually useful. I thought to myself, this could be the greatest joke in this show, to the point that I would be okay if they beat the horse dead. Just keep beating that joke senseless and just having him continuously be like, no, this is Sakamoto. He just got fat. And he'd be like, wait a sec. I know. You got a little similarities, or that's your son. There was something so funny in the span of like 30 seconds to less than a minute of our girl Lou coming in, drunk as a damn skunk, continuing to be like, that is in fact him. And I'm like, girl, shut your damn mouth. We have a pal that's going to work with us in this whole paintball tournament. It's going to be great. Now, am I disappointed because, now it's ruined completely? No, it's just, I think it would have been so funny because they ruined the chance to continue to do the funniest thing. And probably narratively, the correct choice is to in fact expose this is in fact Sakamoto, and he'll just continue to tag along because he's poor as shit and he's gonna... Because rather than working at the store, I suspect he's going to be that friend who bums free food off of the friend who is a business owner, runs a gas station, whatever it's going to be. And I do think it's going to be a very fun dynamic. Without a doubt, my personal favorite episode out of the 6, and easily my favorite character, which I never thought I'd say about a character whose entire purpose is I'm real good at sniping, but I lack common sense in every other way. But man, thinking of the alternate universe where we got the man who continues to have Hitman come to the store, shoot up Sakamoto, and our boy would be like, wait a second, why are they shooting you? And he'd be like, prop, you have similarities to the real Sakamoto that I'm looking for. I get it, boss. That's just funny to me. I know this is the natural right direction to go, but it would have been so much funnier. And that just makes me happy. Of course, you want to support my work. See my full thoughts on these amazing Sakamoto Days episodes. We got the Patreon where we got those full live reactions available exclusively over there if you're so interested. So like I said, I think this is my personal favorite episode out of the 6. I do think the amusement park, like, triple episode extravaganza was a turning point for the show because it allowed it to feel less episodic. And I guess in a way you could say this episode kind of returns to a more episodic form, but if anything, I just think they're introducing another really interesting character. And, it felt more slice of life. Not doing the best financially, so a paintball tournament where you can win 1,000,000 yen, in theory, would have done a lot of good for the store. They would have been able to install bulletproof glass, which will come in very handy. They would have been able to stock the shelves a bit more. We do win, but unfortunately, because of our boy's ricochet bullets destroying the town, Sakamoto in his gentle heart uses the money to repair the town, which, better man than me, just let the damn government fix that up, bro. At least install the freaking bulletproof glass. Come on, Sakamoto, come on. But it was a really fun episode because obviously the kind of gimmick and story beats of the show will be new assassin tries to kill Sakamoto. Like, that's going to be a pretty common occurrence. Of course, there'll probably be different personal stories and the likes throughout the runtime. But the idea of introducing a man with a bird, and the bird seems pretty talented as well. It's an immediately an appealing gimmick because you're like, okay, this guy has a pet. I want to see the pet succeed. Even if this dude's an asshole, we always want to support the pet in any story, right? Don't touch the pet, leave the pet be. And his gimmick is that, like, no, he is insanely good at sniping. He ricochets bullets for sakes. He's very good at it, but he lacks common sense. It took a drunk woman exposing that this is in fact... Now, to be fair, Sakamoto, fat and thin, if you put a picture side by side, yes, maybe you could assume. But you also have to look at it from a realistic point of view. You pop up to a store looking for a thin, athletic build, glasses, handsome as can be, and you see Santa Claus with his blubber flapping around. Most, you might be like, oh, family member. But you're not going to be like, oh, no, I probably got the wrong place, or I got the wrong Sakamoto. Like, putting a couple of white-haired characters next to each other is not going to be like, oh, they're the same person, right? So it's very easy to understand why people would get confused. But it's the fact that a drunken girl saying, no, that's Sakamoto... Okay, no, we're good. Wait, no, we're good. It's just, it's such a funny, stupid thing, and to see this man's complete lack of common sense and how long it took him to realize, because the first time you get why you would assume, like, oh, I got the wrong place, but anyone with common sense, after a couple of words said, would be able to deduce most likely what's going on. And I think it's his, like you have to look at it like this. This man set up his tent on top of a very high building. Now, one of two things just happened there. You're the type of person who immediately realizes why that's a bad idea, or you're very similar to this man and you're questioning why that's a bad idea. The higher up you are, the crazier the wind's gonna be. And having a couple of bricks I'm surprised it survived as long as it did. But to be fair, there's a lot of patchwork done to that. I respect why he has it, grandma's, possessions or whatever. But yeah, at the end of the day, this man, he lacks a lot of common sense. And that makes for very entertainment gold. And when it came to the actual, paintball, stuff, they immediately start out by showing the dude's a good shot. And honestly, the entire paintball section was really fun before it escalates into, I'm gonna do this. And I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the most badass thing this show has ever done. I know we're only 6 episodes in, but we've seen a lot of crazy shit. Sakamoto picking up a pebble and whipping it a couple of blocks, minimum, went up the sniper rifle barrel to the point of rupturing it from the inside and exploding it. That is the coolest shit. And also makes me question if this man should ever play baseball with his daughter. Because if he was the pitcher and if he got too wild up, she might break her arm just trying to hit the ball back. That's insane. That's just so funny to me. Great episode. A bit of a shame because I think it would have been very, very funny. Even if they let it go for an extra episode or two, just give me a little bit more of his stupidity there. Luckily, we are dealing with a mooch and a bit of a softie, and someone who's probably going to have many moments with lacks of common sense. I'm going to enjoy every time we do see this character. I think he's personally my favorite. I like the character design, I like the personality, I like the motivation too in terms of, and like Sakamoto said, you have to prove it to yourself, not other people. But man, this was a great episode. And also that sniper barrel scene, cool as shit. I really liked how they animated that. I thought they did it very, very well. And yeah, I get it. I know not everything's, up to snuff with how certain manga readers want it to be. But I think if you look at it from an anime perspective, look at the popularity, no matter what, Sakamoto Days is a very, very successful anime, and I think that's great, one way or another. You let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. What did you think of this episode? Is this your favorite character like he is for me, or do you got a different one? Let me know. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course, ring that bell, and like I mentioned, we got those full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. So today we got Light Shadow, Devin Diego, Ashley Hawkham, Alessandro, and we also have Viper. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and you all have a good one.